I'll give it a few minutes. Let some folks come on back in the room. I'm trying to get used to being live a little bit more often, so I've been going live on TikTok. I've been going live pretty much everywhere but Facebook. Because Facebook, I don't have a dedicated Bank of Jharol attachment to Facebook just yet. But I think I'm going to do that pretty soon. Right on Facebook, it's just me right now. So, what's going on, everybody? Come on in. When we get to about the 2-minute mark, I'm going to go ahead and continue on what I was talking about earlier. I don't even know if I have put on some kind of, well, I get to put a green screen on. I don't really need no green screen. I've never gone live from my phone onto YouTube. Well, I won't say never, but y'all know what I'm saying. So y'all let me know where you're tuning in from. I see 4 people in here. Silent Sight Psyop says, what's up? What's up, Silent Psyop? How you doing this morning? I say afternoon. I'm getting ahead of myself. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me know where y'all tuning in from if you feel like it. If you don't, then don't. That's okay. What I was talking about before I got off of live, and I'll tell you what happened in about 30 seconds, all right? I was talking about why I don't do platforms anymore. Shout out to Australia. Australia is in the building. Silent Psyop is in Australia. Now, I wasn't really saying that I don't do projects anymore, because obviously I still do some crypto projects and some things that I truly believe in today, just like we've been doing before. But the difference is we are not doing the hype programs anymore. Arkansas is in the building. What's up, Kaisha? Appreciate you joining. I hope I said your name right. We're not doing the hype platforms anymore. I was kind of telling the story about, when I first got involved with these platforms, these high risk, high yield platforms. It was like back in 2019 or something like that, or maybe 2020. And it was in the middle of some different things was going on. The pandemic was going on. A lot of different stuff in our nation, the United States, were going on. And some of these crypto platforms and projects were something that we felt from, of course, not knowing that much about them at the time, we felt that they could really provide some opportunity to change our financial futures. And a lot of us put in a lot more than we could stand to lose in these platforms, including myself. I've put hundreds of thousands of dollars into these hype platforms. And, a part of the convicting thing for me was understanding that, yeah, I'm one that's willing to put myself out there as a participant in these platforms, even though I wasn't telling people to go out and participate themselves. What I was saying that I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing, and you guys can make your own decisions. So a lot of people made the decision to come on and join some of the things that I joined. Novatech was one of them. Crypto Program was one of them. Amini FX were one of them. And that's just to name a few. There was a lot of others that came and went. And that was the problem. They came and they went. And even for the leaders, like, while we may be receiving some rewards for, sharing it with others and them deciding to get involved, I know for me, it was hard to really stomach the fact that I was the only one winning, or just a select few of us were winning. I wanted everyone to win. That wasn't the reason why I started a YouTube channel. The reason I started a YouTube channel is because I wanted everyone to be more knowledgeable about what was going on out here. Whether we learned the lessons the easy way or the hard way, we were going to learn the lessons. And one of the lessons that we continued to say was never deposit or invest anything that we weren't willing to lose. So that's just to say, if I've got $5 and this $5 is all I got, I'm not putting $5 into this platform because it's all I got. Now, will I put 25 cents? Maybe. Will I put 10 cents, 5 cents? Will I put $1? Possibly. But I'm not going to put everything I have. So that was one of the lessons that we learned in the space. And a lot of people decided that they were going to over leverage. A lot of people got excited about what the platform was doing. So, and like myself, if a platform was working for a few months, few weeks, whatever, I'd up my ante. I'd future-proof myself, as I was calling it. So what I was doing was, I was pretty much just saying, hey, I'm going to deposit this now. I'm going to reap the benefits until I can't reap them anymore. And that was my passive strategy in these platforms. So all that being said, these hype platforms, a lot of these crypto platforms and programs that I was getting involved in, they were coming and they were going. And it's hard to really build teams and build community and do all the things that a special platform can do when it doesn't stay around. So I took a pause from that. I really got tired of, and of course, at a certain point, you can understand that as your name and your brand continues to grow, there's going to be a lot of those people out there that are trying to use your name and your brand to get their product out there, knowing that their product is not adequate, knowing that their project is not going to last. And it got to the point where I just couldn't stomach putting out these projects that I knew weren't going to last. I knew they weren't going to last long. I barely even, what I didn't know was whether I was going to make anything that I was supposed to make back. You know what I'm saying? It got to that point. So I said all this to say, I have not given up on cryptocurrency though. Cryptocurrency, before these platforms were even involved, I believe was built to help fix some of the huge issues that there are in the financial system. And we don't have to go into what all those issues are right now today, but we know that where we are as a world and technology, where it is today, some of these things that we are using to still handle our finances are not only outdated, not only they love to call my phone in the midst of me trying to do stuff. So anyway, like I was saying, there's a reason why we don't get involved in those anymore. I'm trying to do these lives in the middle of work, y'all. I shouldn't even be working on Juneteenth. Why am I working? It's like that. It's a blessing to be able to work. But I said all this to say, there are some good projects out there. There are some legit projects out there that can really be life-changing. And it is still my goal to be finding those projects, because one thing that has stayed consistent over all the years that we've been talking about these crypto programs, you know what hasn't gone away? Cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, still here. Litecoin, still here. XRP, still here. Ethereum, still here. Avalanche, still here. All of these different cryptocurrencies, even some of the meme coins that we talked about before, Dogecoin, still here. Cryptocurrency is still here and is gonna be here, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to encourage everyone out there, don't give up on cryptocurrency. All right, and I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to do it or how you want to handle your finances or anything like that, because I'm not a financial advisor. But what I am is a true believer in what cryptocurrency can do. I have seen what it's been able to do, and as a matter of fact, I have lived off of cryptocurrency for quite some time. And of course, I'm doing both fiat and crypto at this point because I got a regular job. But as soon as I could get payment in cryptocurrency for my regular job, I'll probably do that. The banks are starting to have relationships with cryptocurrency. All of this stuff is happening, and we need to be as prepared to handle this stuff as possible. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm still looking for something long-term, low-risk, realistic returns. Well, listen. When we're talking about returns in this space, returns are based on the market, right? And like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but returns are based on the market and what the market is doing. It is not based off some of set, especially in the cryptocurrency space. You're not going to find something that is going to give you a set 2%, set 3%, set 4% over a day or a month. Or you might find it in a year, traditional banking. But really what the strategy you have to have is find something that you believe in. You got to hold on to it. You got to stick around with it. And of course, with that being said, it's got to stick around with you, right? It's got to be something that sticks around. If you take the price of Bitcoin 5 years ago and where it is right now, like just when we started talking about these platforms, I think when I started talking about the platforms, it was probably Bitcoin was sub 10,000. I think it was sub 10,000. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it was. Now, we all know it's over 100,000. So if all that money we just had decided to just dollar cost average and continue to buy Bitcoin, where would we be right now? We wasted a lot of money in the crypto platform space. A lot of other entities ate off of us. So anyway, sorry about that, y'all. I am headed to my next stop. I'm gonna actually see if they have I don't know if they have a policy against living and driving, but I'm gonna stay focused on what I got going on here. But ladies and gentlemen, don't give up on cryptocurrency. All right. Now these platforms, there's something different. If you're still out there and you're an active participant in these platforms today, to date, God bless you. All right. That's not necessarily my realm of things that I'm involved in. I'm truly excited about what MOVEQUEST is doing. If you don't know about MOVEQUEST, definitely try to find some information about MOVEQUEST. It is not something that you have to join under me or anything like that. Of course, we all have referral links and things of that nature. There is some sort of reward program, but it's not really about that. This is about this is an opportunity to acquire a token with use case that has actually helped changing lives. Now, it's about moving, about being more active, about getting out of this sedentary lifestyle that we have as Americans. I can just speak for myself as an American. I know that there are just so many of us and many of our family members and people in my community, in the African American community, that are dealing with obesity and diabetes and so many health issues that are coming from the things that we put in our bodies, the things that we do with our bodies. Some of us are not moving enough. Some of us have jobs like this, right, where we're just trying to make our money for our family, but we find ourselves sitting around in vehicles all day long, right? What MOVEQUEST has allowed me to do is take the movement that I'm already doing, right? And I am able to mine a cryptocurrency with the movement that I'm already doing. But here's the beautiful thing about it. It gives me some benchmarks to look forward to be able to mine at the highest capacity that is possible for wherever level I am. A lot of us are not getting 10,000 steps in a day. A lot of us may be surprised. We're not even getting 5,000 steps in a day. We find ourselves sitting down all day long, just our bodies waste away like that. And when I got involved with MOVEQUEST back in August, please excuse any noise you hear from the van. It's got a lift on the back of it, so it makes some noise. But anyway, in my journey in MOVEQUEST, it has caused me to continue to strive to move my body, right? Of course, I want to earn the most MQT possible. MQT, last time I checked, was right around $7, $8 at this point. There is not another move to earn token that I have seen that's even over $1. And this is, we've been above $10. We've been as high as $100 and some dollars. It all matters what the community's doing. But what MOVEQUEST has done for me, it has allowed me to have a benchmark, at least for the bare minimum things that I know I need to have good activity for the day, right? 2 hours of some sort of physical activity. 20,000 steps is the maximum, right, that they ask for. So anything past 20,000 steps is just extra credit for you in your own body's metabolism or whatever. But all that to say, I think there's a lot of people that want to be a part of MOVEQUEST, but there's a few things that they haven't gotten over yet, right? Some of them haven't gotten over the learning curve of buying, owning, using, sending, receiving cryptocurrency at its very basic level, all right? And we're gonna be bringing something to you guys pretty soon. And it's not anything I've developed. It's actually something that there's another member of MOVEQUEST. His name is Nick Nesbitt. And I know Nick Nesbitt for quite some time. He's been in some of the platforms that we've been in, just like us, right? But I think that he saw an issue. He's seen a problem out there, like in trying to get people to understand what these different platforms could do. He had to first teach them how to use cryptocurrency. He had to first teach them why it's important to know this skill set of acquiring and holding and securing your cryptocurrency, all right? All of that is so important, all right? The education of it all is so important. So we're gonna be talking about that going forward as well. The opportunity that he has brought to the forefront is called Bullish Moon. That is the educational company that is gonna be partnering with MOVEQUEST to continue to raise the level of awareness and knowledge that the cryptocurrency or our community has about cryptocurrency. I think that's so important. But even past that, once you're over the hurdle of actually knowing how to send and receive cryptocurrency, you honestly have to be willing to do the work. You gotta be willing to go out and get the steps in, do the workouts, move your body. All right, this is very different than any other platform that we've been in, where we've pretty much just taken our crypto, all right, we've gotten over the learning curve of acquiring and sending and receiving all the crypto and stuff, and our wallet addresses and all that. Well, all we had to do was pretty much take what we had, make a deposit, check in on it periodically, make our withdrawals, and that's it, right? This is a little bit different. We have to actually mine the cryptocurrency, which means this. We have to go out and we have to do the physical activity that it needs to mine it. We have to go get our steps in. There's another metric that I didn't talk about, your sleep. It's paying you to get adequate sleep. It's tallying how many hours of sleep. Your machines are already doing that anyway. If you have an iPhone, if you have a smartphone, if you have a wearable, like I keep my Apple Watch on most nights because my Apple Watch actually has pretty good battery and it'll last till I wake up and throughout the day the next day. So it's tracking sleep, it's tracking steps. Your phone is already doing that. Your smartphone is already tracking all of these things. And a lot of us are not getting dime for it. As a matter of fact, we're paying for it. A lot of us are paying for this right now and not getting paid for it. So I do believe that MOVEQUEST is going to be able to do a lot of things for us. I do believe as the community gets stronger, as the token continues to go through its ebbs and flows, and the community continues to submit, and the algorithm that it's based on and built on continues to prove itself, and people start getting acclimated to the application, which is amazing, guys. If you have not checked out the MOVEQUEST app, man, oh man, you guys are missing out. I'll tell you guys this right now, you're missing out. It is so robust. It's an amazing application. It's one that I do believe it's going to give everyone the opportunity to be involved with MOVEQUEST. Whether you're on your Apple phones, whether you're on your Google phones, you don't need to do anything special like an APK on Google or anything like that. It's in the Apple Store. It's in the Play Store. Type in MOVEQUEST, all right? You will see it. You'll see it for yourself, all right? MOVEQUEST is something that I believe is going to be able to change a lot of lives. Ken E, looking good, my brother. Whatever regimen you're on, keep doing it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm actually talking a little bit about my regimen right now, aside from the eating a little bit better, right? I'm not perfect with that, but I'm eating a little bit better. And then working out. I've gotten to a regimen where I'm now at 5 days a week working out. But I'd be lying to you. I'd be straight up capping if I didn't tell you that MOVEQUEST was a part of this journey right here. It kept me moving for a reason. Some days it was because I wanted to earn MQT. Some days it was because I wanted to challenge myself and get 20,000 steps. Some days it was because I wanted to just get on the board and see how much was going on, or be able to claim 10 days in a row. There were so many things that MOVEQUEST provided for me that I was able to take, and it kept me going. It kept me moving. The only thing that I did different is not quit this time, honestly. And I've lost 50 pounds, guys, and now I've actually put on about 15 pounds of muscle since I lost that 50 pounds. I was weighing in around 192 about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago. I'm at a solid 208 right now, all right? And I'm feeling good, I'm looking good, and I'm gonna continue to chisel away at this because this is what's important to me. But on the other side of that, to be able to combine what I have been talking about on this channel for so long, cryptocurrency programs, ways to change our financial future through cryptocurrency, and then adding it to something that I've always had a love for, physical activity, sports, not necessarily running. I didn't always like running, but I love sports. I love running in the midst of sports. Sports allowed me to forget about running. I'm just moving fast, and I'm more reactive instead of thinking about the constant of a jog, you know? So all of that being said, there are amazing platforms and opportunities and things that we can take advantage of. I'm excited about this other AI run matrix that enables us to use cryptocurrency to be involved, and it's called OmniWin AI. I'm going to be talking about that pretty soon, but I've already sent out a message to all the different telegrams that I've had over the years, and I've dropped it in. I think about 33 of you guys maybe have gotten an opportunity to even sign up. I'm sure way more of you have seen the actual post. It is something I'm going to do a YouTube video on fairly soon. Just giving it its time because it doesn't launch till June 27th. But it's something that I do believe we have an opportunity to take advantage of as a community. All right, I love matrix systems and I love AI technology. So let's see. Hey, Jharol, have you heard of Lightning Shared Scooters? I've heard of that opportunity, and here's the reason why I have not gotten involved. Because one, I don't know enough about the scooter, that industry to know whether the opportunity is real or not. If I knew more about that industry, I feel like I could better tell whether that opportunity, the LSSC or something like that, is an actual real opportunity. So until I feel better about the validity of the opportunity, I'm gonna stay away from it. The reason I feel great about MOVEQUEST is it's on the blockchain. I can check out the validity at any time. It's on the blockchain. It's not some fake company or anything like that. Let me make sure. I'm approaching my next client, but I'm going to be popping in on live every now and then. But I really wanted to talk about today the effect that MOVEQUEST has really just had on me. In fact, my uncle and my brother trying to persuade me, hey, listen, I don't blame them, because it's another opportunity that's out here, you know, and it's been around long enough. I've been hearing about it long enough to kind of make you feel like it could be real, right? But I've also been in this space for a while. And if they don't start showing some things that I feel are a little bit more solid, then I have no problem turning down an opportunity at this point. It doesn't make me feel no type of way. Someone trying to persuade me, it could be my closest colleagues. I know some colleagues that I've been working together with in this industry for quite some time, and I still tell them no. With love. I say, hey, I'm just not doing that. So I've been in this space for a while. I'm not saying I know everything and can scope out everything, but listen, I am still trying to find some things that I really think can help our community. And what better way to help our community than to get healthy? I can't tell you what to eat, because that's another part that's very important. And I'm not a nutritionist or nothing like that. But listen, there are opportunities out here that allow us to stay involved with cryptocurrency, but are creative enough in their use case to actually start changing some of our lives. And some of us need to go for a walk. Some of us need a little motivation to get out here and go for a walk. You need to move your body, or you'll end up like some of the folks I pick up in this wheelchair van every day. They can't move. They can't do too much no more. And it's because of some of the decisions that they made when they was my age and these kids' age. You know what I'm saying? And some of these kids don't get to make their decisions. Their parents got to make them for them. So we got to be better parents. We just got to do everything better. All right? And how you doing? I got a different feeling about that now because I'm a parent. So I got to do the best that I can for mine. Miss Coley? So with that being said, I'm getting back on the job. I'll holler at y'all later. But yes, jot down MOVEQUEST, all right? I've been doing videos about MOVEQUEST for quite some time. Y'all need to be checking it out. While you still got the activities of these, all right? Stay grateful. But listen, we need to be moving. We got to get out of this sedentary lifestyle that we've adopted for ourselves, and to have the opportunity to get paid for it at the same time in cryptocurrency, which I already know, if you follow me, how you doing, then you have some kind of interest in, all right? So I'll see y'all on the next one. I'll be back a little later. And you know, message me. I ain't hard to find. I'm like Dion.